Nothing worse than a man who dresses and tries to pretend to be a bad boy, but he does not have the personality to back it up. So today we're going to talk about how to actually act like a bad boy. Now let's get one thing very clear, guys. These personality traits, I'm not telling you to act like this. This is just going to be the bad boy persona. Now, like I said, it's basically a persona. Nobody can behave like this in every single day life. This is going to be best with women. Because evolutionarily speaking, women typically have lizard reptile brains, and subconsciously, whether or not they will like to admit it, they're attracted to the bad boy persona. They always have been and they always will. So the traits in this video will help you adapt these traits when it comes to women. I don't suggest adapting these traits outside of this because your friends, family, they'll start to hate you. Let's go. The bad boy has an insane amount of overconfidence. He's the definition of cocky, arrogant. Like, he is going to be that guy. People hate him just because he thinks he's better than every single person on the planet. Which in some regard, man, this can help you attain massive levels of success. If you don't think anyone else can level up to you, if you don't think anybody else is on par to you, this will help you achieve great things in this life. And women are naturally very attracted to men with this overconfidence. They'll lie to you. They'll say, oh no, like, I hate guys who are cocky. I hate guys who are arrogant. It's a turnoff. When in reality, man, they love it. Dark Triad, Jordan Peterson also speaks about this as well. It's going to be pretty much psychopathic and narcissistic personality traits. Now, if you want to be more of a bad boy, Peterson speaks about this as well. It's good to start incorporating some of these traits when dealing with women. So this is going to be extreme self-absorption. This is going to be pretty much using, manipulating women. This is part of the bad boy. I mean, if you're not like this towards women, it will be very hard to really have this persona. Now, bear in mind, man, the woman that you're attracting with this persona, because you're not going to be attracting good girls. And you don't want to do this to a good girl. Morally, that is corrupt. You will be attracting 304s, and they're not the type of woman who will stick around to begin with. So this is just really if you want a degenerate lifestyle. The bad boy breaks all of the rules. So like in my last video about dressing a certain way, like the personality traits, everything, like they're gonna break all the rules. Like this is why they don't work 9 to 5s. This is why a lot of bad boys, they're drug dealers. They do a lot of illegal, shady things. So if you want to be a bad boy, you need to break the rules, or at least make it look like you break the rules. For example, Andrew Tate, man, he's the perfect example of this because he'll put on that bad boy persona with women. Like, he'll lead on like he's like some drug lord, like all these things, when in reality, like, he's had some really nerdy businesses. And like, that's kind of how you could be, you know, like underneath, you're just a freaking geek, but then on the outside, you project like there's all this depth, you do all these shady things. It's very effective, I'm not gonna lie. You need to stop being the nice, respectful people pleaser, and it's time to start being the villain with a bad reputation. I actually believe everybody should kind of behave like this. A lot of people, man, you associate with other people, you're such a people pleaser. Like, you're so nice for no reason. Why are you being so nice to these people? What did they do for you? Like, you go to a grocery store, like, you're so nice to everybody. Stop being so nice to everybody, man. You don't need to be overly respectful to people. Like, you don't have to show them disrespect, but you don't have to be like a puppy dog to these people. This, outside of the bad boy, man, I think everyone should take this to their own personality traits, man. Stop being a people pleaser. And it's okay to be the bad guy in people's stories, because here's what's gonna happen. The second you start telling people no, the second you prioritize yourself above everybody else, people will talk a lot of crap about you. They'll say, oh, Austin's such a narcissist. Oh, Austin only cares about himself. He's blah, blah, blah. Just because you're not bending over backwards for people. This is always what's going to happen, man. So be prepared for this, but it's amazing. The bad boy will create and hone his life to where every single aspect of it is him chasing a life of freedom. It's literally Tyler Durden blowing up his apartment, quitting his job, doing all this crazy stuff, and start chasing a life of freedom. It's whenever you no longer care about material things, whenever you no longer care about trying to pursue the things of the matrix, and all you really care about is freedom. So this is the moment when you stop caring about material possessions, you start building businesses. Like, all you care about is creating that life of freedom, because that's going to be the most valuable thing. Even if you're a CEO, making 7 figures a year, but you don't have freedom. This is not going to be a very bad boy. The bad boy is going to be extremely mysterious. So he's typically going to be a night owl, and no one really knows what he does in his free time. And whenever you're associating with a woman, for example, you can really be the best thing in the world to her for a day. Text her all day, spend a whole day with her. It's the best thing ever. Build a connection, and then you ghost. You're gone. The bad boy disappears. This is kind of what you need to do. You need to master the art of pulling in, drawing in, showing a lot of attention, and then you ghost. You're gone. Where'd he go? That's what the bad boy does. You're not gonna always be there. You're not gonna always be available to this person and everyone, man. Like every now and then, people gotta be like, "Oh, hey, yo, like, where's that guy? Like, he's missing. Like, what happened to him?" The eye contact you make, especially with women, will be key. So we want to make about like 90% eye contact. So that means for the most part, whenever you're speaking with women, whenever you're speaking with others, you make eye contact 90% of the time, look away 10% of the time, so it's not weird, so it's not a bit creepy. And then with women, you gotta have like some sort of sexual gaze to the eye contact as well. This will take time to master, man, but there's gotta be like a sexual appeal to your eye contact. That like you're giving her those fuck me eyes. Like that's what's gonna make them just drive them crazy, man. Like that's what you need to master. If you don't have the fuck me eye look, you're not doing it right. The bad boy is going to be the definition of the Sigma male. So he's not really in the social hierarchy. He's more of a lone wolf, but he will need social dominance. This means that whenever he's out in public, he will never allow another man to disrespect him. Whenever he goes into a party, everyone there is kind of bending over backwards to the bad boy. He is the one people respect, people admire everywhere. He's going to be drawing attention everywhere because he's socially dominant. So this is going to be key, man, to adopting these traits. When you are dealing with women, the key is to be direct. So a lot of guys, you go up to a girl, you think she's cute. You don't tell her this. You make up some bullshit. Maybe it's a pickup line, something. You know, like you're beating around the bush. Go up to her, man. Say, "Hey, my name's Austin. I think that you are cute. I would love to grab a coffee with you someday." Like literally, that is as simple as it needs to be. And as long as you put in the work in every other aspect, like you should be if you're watching this channel, like picking up women is literally that easy. But you guys go up to them. You beat around the bush. You can't be direct. And then same thing, man. Maybe it comes to the kiss at the end of the date. Like you're literally asking this girl, "Is it okay if I kiss you? Should I?" Just do it, man. Like you need to start being more direct with women. The bad boy does not really have a very strong moral compass. So typically he will always be promiscuous with women, or at least lead on to the reputation that you are promiscuous. All of this, man, the biggest key is reputation. As long as people think you're the bad guy, as long as people think you're the promiscuous fuckboy, that's what matters. You don't have to actually be out there sleeping with all these women, but you do need the reputation. And so you gotta build this up a little bit, you know? Maybe sleep with some girls. Don't call them back. You know, the basic things. You start building up that reputation that you are very promiscuous. Now, like I've said, this is morals out of the window. This is how to act like the bad boy. This is not me telling you what to do. Now, whenever you're dealing with women, most guys, they want their woman to feel safe, comfortable. You want to be very reliable. Now, the bad boy, he will not do that. He's going to give them an emotional roller coaster. So he's going to spike their emotions up. Everything's good. Everything's lovey-dovey. And then he's going to stab their hearts with something. That's what you do, man. It's actually in the Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. And it's kind of key, man. So you want to inflict some sort of emotional pain after a big high. So you can do this with several ways. I'm not going to give you manipulation tactics today. But man, whenever you're dealing with women, the bad boy, they'll give them a roller coaster. This is what hooks them in, makes them addicted. Last but not least, you will be fucking just like a bad boy. Just like my boy Tyler Durden says, I fuck how you want to fuck. So whenever you fuck, you pretty much own it, man. You're dominant. You do crazy stuff. You're not hesitant. Like every 5 seconds, you're not stopping like, are you okay? Baby, I love you so. You're not like that. You get the things done, man. you're very aggressive, maybe you get into some more extreme types of activities in the bedroom. Whatever you do in your free time is not my business. This is just me telling you how to be more like a bad boy. Anybody watching this needs help building your dream body, link in the description box for your free one-on-one consultation. Also, if you need some of the best supplements in the fitness industry, kalosique.com. We got pre-workout, whey protein, creatine, high growth supplements, everything. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and like this video, man, to push it out into that YouTube algorithm. I'm gone.